Welcome, Buffy. I'm really glad you're here. So today, Buffy's going to be sharing how to save 30 plus more hours per month in your business using this tool. And it's a tool that I have been using for about 5 weeks, and I absolutely love it. But Buffy has 3 decades as a chief security officer and industry leader in physical security, crisis management, and operational risk. She's passionate about helping organizations and communities stay safe, resilient, and future ready. As president of FEW Atlanta, which is the Fellowship of Extraordinary Women, and co founder of Outer Circle Foundation, her mission extends beyond strategy and is rooted in empowering people, honoring those who serve, and driving positive change. She's the author of Called, a mother of five, wow, and a champion for veterans, first responders, in women in leadership. And I'm very excited. She came highly recommended to me by my friend Erica James to talk with us today. So welcome, let's welcome Buffy.
Good morning, all.
There
Thank
we
you so
go.
much for having me today. First of all, Marblism, as mentioned, this is an amazing platform. And I've put together a nice little cheat sheet for you that I will send to somebody who can send out to all of you, just so you have it going forward for things to think about. So I started using Marblism back in December of 25. Goodness. And someone had mentioned to me, hey, have you ever heard of this Marblism platform? And I'm like, no. But everybody knows I am super, super hyper security, and I research before I jump into anything. So before I bought into Marblism, I checked out the founder, the leadership team. Who are they? What is their background? Where do they live? What is their mission? Those types of things. And then I thought, for $219 a year, I could give this a 1-year run and see what I thought of it. And I sat down with it. My husband went to play golf one day in December, and I sat down with Marblism. And by the time he came home, I had all 3 of our businesses loaded into Marblism, and our life loaded into Marblism, and started showing him how these AI teams could do things for us that we didn't want to do anymore. Right? Just take all the noise out of being a business owner, right? Most people probably get up first thing in the morning, and once they're in their office, they read the 5 bazillion emails, getting rid of the junk emails, going through the emails, deciding which ones are priority, which ones can wait, and those types of things. And you probably spend an hour or more on that first thing. And then you go and look at your calendar and figure out what you need to move around and what you can accomplish in the day. And truthfully, that eats up a good bit of time every day. My husband and I, between the 2 of us, we have our hands in about 8 companies right now, 3 of which we own, the others which we consult with. So imagine having 8 to 10 different email addresses and email accounts and calendars you have to go through every morning. We were eating up half our day just trying to organize all of this stuff. And then in came Marblism. The Marblism team has access to all of my email. They have access to all of my calendars. And every morning, I have a summary of what my day entails and what few emails that I need to look at and respond to. And when I say respond to, what's really cool is they've already responded to the email for me and put it in my draft folder. Because the AI employees learn how I sound and they've learned everything about my business, they can write an email, and even my best friend can't even tell it's not me because it sounds just like me. They've learned the words I use, how I write, how I space, how I punctuate, all of those things. And so they put all of my emails in a draft, and I can go through and read those drafts and respond. All the marketing information, the junk email, the advertisements, all of that stuff, they take all of that out of my inbox and put it in another box. So I don't even have to see it. Now, what's really cool about that for me, it gets a lot of stuff out of my box. That's more than 55% of my emails every day that are pulled out and put in another folder. And then it makes it really simple for me to go through and unsubscribe for any of those types of things. The great thing is I ask the AI employee every day, of all those emails, was there anything that would be of value to my business? Or is there anything that you think I should look at? And if there's something in there, they'll pull it out. 6 AI employees that are provided within Marblism. Um, and hopefully you are seeing the Marblism screen right now. The 6 AI employees, you can see over here to the left, you receive an executive assistant, which I've really renamed her as my chief of staff, a social media manager, which does a phenomenal job with our social media, a blog writer, Penny. She not only can write blogs and keep your website up to date with recent blogs, but she also is very good at creating newsletters and short stories, if that helps support your business better. Stan is your sales associate. He is phenomenal at sourcing leads and finding those contacts and reaching out and connecting and really helping you grow your LinkedIn network. Linda, the legal assistant, she is my new best friend. She reads every agreement, every contract. She writes contracts for us. She's read SOPs. She's reviewed all of our business documents, and she helps keep all of our documents up to date. She is absolutely phenomenal. One of the coolest things that Linda is really good at is if somebody sends you a link to a video and says, here, watch this 90-minute video and let me know what you think, you can give her the link to that video. She can watch it and give you notes in less than 3 minutes on the video of the critical items that you might want to know from that video, which is a huge time saver. And then you have a receptionist. Her name is Rachel. She can answer your phone calls. The thing that I tell most of my clients about Rachel is she generates a new phone number for you. And many people that already have an established business say they don't want to change their phone number. I agree. I don't want to change my phone number either. I've had the same phone number for many years. Everybody knows me at that phone number, and that's where I expect people to call. Let's see. And what I suggest to folks is use the phone number she's created, perhaps on social media, for those new clients, for people that don't know you yet. Let her be that endpoint because she can answer general questions about you, about your business. She can schedule meetings, all of those types of things. She can take away the noise for you. If you get a lot of spam calls or you think about putting your phone number out there and you're going to get the spam calls, let her take the spam calls so that you don't have to. The other thing that I often do with her is if I know I am teaching a class and it's going to last all day and people may be calling my phone number, I will forward all my calls to Rachel because that way she can answer the phone. She can talk to those individuals, answer questions, schedule meetings. And the best thing about Rachel is every single phone call, she captures the full transcript of the call, the phone number of the call, the mood and tone of the call, and the action item from that call. And she provides that in a summary to me every single call, which is phenomenal to have that much information right there at my fingertips instantly. Rachel does have the capability of transferring the phone. If she takes the call and somebody goes, I really, really, really want to speak to Rebecca. If Rebecca's in the call tree and her phone number's there, Rachel has the ability to transfer the calls to Rebecca. And she will do a warm transfer to Rebecca or she'll do a cold transfer to Rebecca. That choice is up to you on how you set that up. I will tell you the piece that I've heard most often from business owners with Rachel is they'll set Rachel up, Rachel will answer the call. The thing you have to keep in mind is Rachel also has access to your calendar, right? So Rachel has access to my calendar. She can see my day. That way she can schedule calls for me. If someone calls and gets Rachel right now and they say, I really want to speak to Buffy, she's going to say, unfortunately, Buffy's not available because Buffy's on a call, right? And so she's going to tell them that. I've had several business owners be upset because they say, well, Rachel won't transfer the call to me. And I'm like, if your calendar shows busy, She won't transfer because she knows your calendar is busy. So if you're one of those people that like to block out huge blocks of time on your calendar and Rachel thinks you're busy, she won't transfer the call. So that's one of the biggest pieces that we interact with business owners about Rachel. I will tell you, all of these AI employees have numerous ways of saving you time. Eva really and truly can be one of your best executive assistants. She learns you, she has access to your email, she has access to your calendar, and she can create content for you. She creates amazing PDFs. I messaged her this morning. I said, we're going to do this, how to save 30 hours, put together a sheet that I can share with everyone. And she came up very quickly and created this lovely PDF that talks about what each agent does and how many hours per month that can be saved with the team. If you look down here at the lower left-hand side of my screen, 147 hours so far I have saved using Marblism this month with this team. If you click on that, you can see that social media guy does a lot of work for me. He is posting, he's done 185 posts this month. It's the 20th of the month.
So you all, just because it seems like her internet is not working so great, um, let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen and just show you all a bit
I
of
can I can I can do that.
Marblism. Can you all see
Yes.
my
Yes.
screen? Okay, perfect. So, and this is partly what she was going through, but this is inside Marblism, and like she explained, there are 6 different employees. But here's the thing: you can have multiple workspaces. And the cost of this is like with, I have a discount of 25%. And with that, it's $218 for the entire year.
Wow.
And you can have multiple workspaces, and for each workspace, you get 6 different employees. So it's not that you're having to put all of your businesses or all aspects of your business under these 6. You could have, for example, Mercedes could have birthdays I decorate. She could have weddings in a workspace. She could have my admin in a workspace, admin for the balloon business. I can have something like speaking as a workspace. I can have my show, the Bold Badass Business Show, as a workspace. I can have something else as a workspace. So right now they have unlimited workspaces, and for each workspace you get 6 employees, which is really phenomenal. Now, what I'm showing you all right here is what me going back and forth with Eva to create what I put up in the chat. Can you all see the graphic that I put up in the chat of the Bold Badass Business Show?
Excuse me,
No.
Barnes, Mercedes. You're going to just have to enlarge it a little bit, please.
Not sure quite how to do that.
Control plus.
Control plus, where's the plus on here? That better?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yay. So basically, if you look in the chat, though, I'm saying in the chat, not here, not on the screen share. This is me going back and forth with Ava about what I wanted. All right. And getting it into the right format for the distribution of the podcast. But you'll see on the in the chat, if you go to the chat of our Zoom call, you'll see the actual graphic that she created in less than 2 minutes. Can y'all see that? If not, let me see if I can open it right here. Here we go. So, whoops. It's in the chat. If you guys can look over here, I think it's going to, wait a sec. The Bold Badass Business Show, it's not letting me go down to show you the whole thing. I'm going to stop the share, you all, because I'm just going to describe this to you. You can come back on video. Because I think it will make better sense. Can you see the graphic over on the right? I see it now, the Bold Badass Business Show. It's just to give you an example of what took 2 minutes. Now, I don't know about y'all. I'm not good with Canva and I don't enjoy it. But what was great about this is I had just given Marblism my website, my blogs, just loaded a few things in there. And that's what they call the brain. And so Marblism uses me and my business, my colors, everything about my business as the brain. Unlike Chat GPT or Claude, where you're getting the whole internet uh, telling them what you're searching for. Here, I can search for something and it's coming out of my material, my intellectual property. And as Buffy shared with you all, she's all about security. That's her forte is actually keeping companies secure. And she carefully researched all of this and made sure that her intellectual property would be secure. So what I love about it, especially, is research with Eva, who is and they give them names, which is just fun. Y'all can come on your videos. I don't think Buffy's gonna come back. I think she's got an issue with her video. Maybe she sent me a message, but okay, so Zoom was saying she signed in but won't allow her in. So we will just go ahead. Everybody come on in. So I want to ask you all, what are the kinds of things that you would want to get off of your plate in your business? What are the things that you would like to get off your plate? So maybe answering the phone, um, legal contracts, having to go to an attorney every time for a contract. The way I would use it is I would take an existing contract if I wanted something updated in it, and I'd have it update for me. Or I would get its contract and then I would take that to an attorney and say, hey, what do I need to change here? So that would be the way I would use it for the legal part.
Yeah.
And the graphic design element, and you can see the quality of this, and it took my photograph and it took my colors and it took the feeling. It got the feeling of it, the bold, badass business show. I only did one iteration of this with Eva and it was ready, which was amazing to me. Um, I also use uh, Sunny. I'm in love with Sunny. I laughingly say I'm in love with Sunny. Sunny is the social media whiz. He's the one who you can post to social media, and the beauty of it is you give him a photograph of your own if you want, or he can take your headshot and can put you in a suit if you want. I like my own photographs. I don't like using AI photographs at all because I think that to me that feels false. So I use real photographs of my own, like of a pasta dish. And then I can say, I want you to talk about the ingredients of a business and how all the right ingredients need to be there to have success. And he'll create this whole article that's in my voice, you all. It's amazing. And I'll post it on social media and it will take me less than 5 minutes. I can
Okay.
also schedule it out, which is amazing as well. But I have found already in just the 5 weeks, well, just this month, which is what, 3 weeks now, about almost 3 weeks since we're on the 20th, I've already saved 31 hours this month. And it calculates the hours that you save. So the big thing is the way this is different, and I'm no AI expert, you all. I want to make that clear. I like technology, but I don't enjoy figuring stuff out. Can I repeat that? I like technology, but I don't enjoy figuring stuff out. And what I love about this is it personifies the 6 different AI agents. I can have 6 different ones for each part of my business, and I can get all of it for 218 for the entire year, which, as you know, is cheaper than you can even get chat. All right. But I'm getting all these different agents. Stan, for example, Stan is the sales guy. Stan will actually go out and look for leads for you, and you can develop an email sequence that you could have him do. Maybe you want to connect with more people on LinkedIn. So you can just say, Stan, I want you to look for XYZ sort of people on LinkedIn, and I'd like you to ask them to connect. Or let's find the best podcast in my area and let's connect with the owners of the podcast. It's pretty amazing what Stan can do for you. But my favorites are Sunny and Eva. These are my two favorites. And I use them every day. So for example, who likes to speak here? I want to show you something cool. And by the way, I'm just talking off the cuff about this, obviously, since Buffy's not here. Um, I have an entire, and I'm not sure where I put it. It's over here. I have an entire beautiful, yes, look at this. I said to Eva, I want you to research all the small business centers throughout North Carolina and find me the names and the numbers of the directors. So Eva comes back and gives me, and I also want that for the Chambers of Commerce. She gives me this beautiful PDF with my logo up here, and it is filled with, it is Section 1, Chambers of Commerce. All the
Wow.
chambers of commerce with all the contacts, with notes such as Cary Chamber Eye Opener Breakfast, Wednesday monthly speaker spot, call main line and ask for events team. It tells me exactly what to do. Then I've got Morrisville Chamber, Wendy Peel, information, coffee and connections, annual meeting, keynote speakers, blah, blah, blah. Tells me exactly when they have speaker slots and who to speak to. Then I've got entrepreneur startup organizations because I asked about that. And these are all listed. And then I have every single small business center with the name and the contact information of the director. This is more up to date than even on the community colleges page, you all. That's what I love. This is completely up to date. So now all I have to do, I got my master contact directory, is I have to start making the calls. I get to start making the calls. I know exactly who to call. I know when they need speakers. And think about this for your business. So, for everybody, speaking is an incredible marketing tool for every single person here. But if you don't need it for speaking, for example, Mercedes, you might look at the directors or the events planners for all the apartment complexes in New York.
Right.
And you could have her very quickly, Eva could come up with this entire document for you. You'd have the names and phone numbers. You wouldn't have to do any research. It'd be done for you, and it'd be done within about 3, 4, 5 minutes. Depending on the scope of what you ask for, it just takes a few minutes. So you all, I am thrilled by Marblism. I'm really excited by what it can do, but I will tell you this. I do not think they're going to have unlimited workspaces for much longer because having unlimited workspaces, you heard what Buffy said that she's got what, 8 companies that she
Yes,
has
8.
in her workspaces?
Yes.
Well, they're going to start charging. I'm convinced they're going to start charging per workspace soon. So what you want to do is go ahead and get in because then you can have multiple workspaces. You could put, for example, Carla, with what you're doing, you might have a section that's on hiring. You might have a section on events to attract new prospects. You might have a section on what would be another section you would need?
Definitely like what you had, a master list of,
Mhm.
for example, director of nurses, social workers in any medical setting would be very handy.
Exactly. And then you could just work your way through it.
Right.
And you could do it geographically. So you do the
Hmm.
ones that are closest first and
Hmm.
then slowly widen out if you wanted to. But I'm sure that geographically you'd have plenty just in this area. You'd
Right.
have plenty.
Yeah.
So you can have basically right now, uh, Erica, my friend Erica, who told me about this in the first place, she was so excited, and she helps women have 6 and 7 figure businesses, and is the head of the Alliance of Christian Businesswomen. When Erica told me about this, I was like, oh my gosh. And the fact is, it's super user friendly, you all. So somebody who's a non-techie like me, I know Terry's a techie, but I'm a non-techie. I can use it and enjoy using it, which is the best thing. I actually enjoy it. I talk back to Sunny. I'm like, Sunny, come on, you got to do better than that. Or, yay, Sunny, you did a great job. Or, Eva, I love that graphic you created. It's so much fun to use, but it's not going to allow you to have multiple workspaces for long. And Erica actually has a brother who is a comic, a very well-known comic. She also has a husband who has his own business. Guess what? They're all under her Marblism in different workspaces. How cool is that? The entire group, all three of them, share the year-long thing of 218. That's crazy. It's like 60 some dollars per one for their whole business for the whole year. But like I'm saying, the unlimited workspaces is not going I'm convinced that's not going to happen much longer. They're going to start charging per workspace. So that would mean instead of getting uh, however many AI agents, employees, six per workspace, you'd only get six for all of your your business. Does that make sense, you all? Each workspace gets six right now, but if they start limiting the workspaces, you're going to have to pay more to have additional workspaces other than one. I've got a discount for you all, which is 25%. I just put it up in the chat.
Okay.
With that, AI help for your business, with that, you'll be able to get 25% off. So instead of having it be like 280 something, it comes out to 218 for the entire year,
Oh, that's
which is
good. Yeah, that's a good
unbelievable.
price.
This is what I'm saying, Maria. I'm like, they are not going, they're gonna stop letting us have multiple
Yeah, I
workspaces.
imagine that. Yes.
So you want to get in now and just create your workspace, which is super simple. By the way, those of you who are thinking, "Oh my God, it's going to take so much time to set up," let me just tell you that just for fun, one night I was having ottoman time. Do y'all know what ottoman time is? That's where I
No,
sit in
really?
my recliner and put my feet up.
Oh,
And sometimes I have a glass of wine while I do it. So I was sitting there just enjoying my ottoman time, having my glass of wine, and I was like, let's get on and see what Sunny can do on social media. I had Sunny set up in less than 5 minutes, and he was already posting. That to me
amazing.
was freaking amazing.
Yeah.
Um, and it was fun. It's hard to describe to you all, but when you're communicating with Sunny, they'll have little kind of stage directions like Sunny is touching his chin. Sunny has his finger on his eyebrow and is looking at you quizzically. So it makes it very interactive and fun. It's basically gamified work. This is gamified work, you all, which is so cool. So instead of being like, oh, I have to go do my social media, blah, 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 I'm excited because I've got a date with Sunny and we're going to quickly have a date and get that stuff out there. It's just a lot of fun.